In this episode of Sailing Doodles, we check out the Maritime Museum of San Diego.
We set sail into Baja Mexico. We do some fishing.
And we let the Spinnaker fly. Follow along on our journey as we sail halfway around the world all the way to Thailand.
This channel is funded by viewers like you, so check out sailingdoodles.com and find out how you can get access to our live tracker.
So we introduced Blake the other day.
Yeah.
This is Jeff. He's gonna be sailing with us for the next 8 days.
Yes, I am.
Hey,
what's up?
Happy to have you on board.
Looking forward to it.
He caught us as we were kind of loading everything up and had everything spread apart everywhere, but I think he's fitting in well. So.
Well, his room was nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
all that
was.
matters.
Yeah.
Fire blue, my favorite color.
So we're heading into town for happy hour, but before we do that, we are gonna go check out the Star of India. A bunch of old tall ships over there, really cool. And we'll check that out. So.
Cool stuff.
Okay, we're waiting on
Looking forward to
Mr. Uber. There you go. Jeff and Blake are viewers and patrons just like you, and they signed up to sail with us for a little while. You can do the same by checking out our website. The Maritime Museum of San Diego is home to several famous ships, including the Star of India. It was built in 1863 and was a cargo ship for most of its life. All right, we're at the San Diego Maritime Museum. Maritime Museum of San Diego. That's what it is.
Say it again, 3 times. Maritime I don't know what it is. Maritime Museum of San Diego.
They've got,
This is a surprise.
yeah, they got some old tall ships, they got some submarines, all that stuff. Pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. This is the Star of India.
Here, shoulder to shoulder with your toes on the line. Carry on.
They even have sleepovers for kids.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
That's what they stay the night. That's what happens.
The ship is 205 feet long and hauled cargo between New Zealand and Great Britain before switching to salmon in Alaska. The ship was retired in 1906 and was turned into a museum ship in 1966.
Do we climb it? Do we climb it? That's what I want to do.
I think I might have been a shoeman.
Woo! Land ho! Land ho!
Size of this thing. So I'm assuming this is the windlass for the anchor.
That is incredible.
So you would just have a bunch of people walking around with poles sticking out of that thing to pull it up.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? It's like 212
Like
feet
some
doing that.
No.
Here we go. I'm passing you.
This really is amazing. So it's like a 200 and some odd foot long boat, and you look at all the rigging and the sails and the lines, and it's hard to think about how many people how many crew they needed to run this boat. I mean, it's got to be hundreds. I mean, because you got to have people getting rest and all that. It's just amazing.
So cool.
I'm not sailing on this boat.
Oh, wow. This is nice. Passenger cabin.
Captain's quarters.
Oh, it's the captain's quarters, huh?
What do you expect?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Going down under? Do we need a different accent down here? This is the cargo hold and the crew quarters. You can see there's not a lot of space for a crew member.
What do you think, Laura? That's the head.
I'm just glad there's plexiglass over there right now. So nobody gets confused.
The head is a bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket.
And yeah, there's a piece of wood with a hole in it and a bucket below.
These
so
are good sized beds.
fun times.
Though. Good.
Watch your head.
I mean, yeah. So
Laura-sized people can fit in
yeah,
there.
Laura-sized people could fit there.
No problem.
But actual men-sized people, not so much.
We're
They have to
good.
sleep sideways.
Look! Look at slumber parties!
Yeah.
Yeah!
The amount of rust on some of these, like that submarine right there, is not exactly calming I don't know if I want to go down below on that, but I guess I'll try it anyway. This is the San Salvador. Apparently it was a replica of the ships that, like the first ones to come to America.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's tiny. I mean, it's a lot
It's
smaller
not
than I
that
thought it'd
big.
be. I mean, that's maybe 70 feet.
Actually, this is about the size boat I want.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's not tiny, but I mean, for back then, you would think that.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about a third of the size of the last boat.
How pretty, though. I could not imagine sailing across the ocean in a ship like this. All the waves crashing through.
I mean, so we were just talking about, I mean, you know, on a modern sailboat, I mean, it's easy enough, I guess, once you have been doing it enough, you know what all the lines do. It's not that hard to remember, but here, I mean, there's like 20 lines right here. There's another 30 lines up there, and you got to remember what all of them do and everything. That's just, no wonder you need a crew of like 50 people on a boat like this. I don't know. And then it was over to the Russian submarine that almost started World War III. The submarine was built in 1967 and is 289 feet long. It's powered by diesel engine and runs under batteries when underwater. The submarine carried its normal complement of torpedoes, including one of them that had a nuclear warhead. During the middle of the Cuban Missile Crisis, the sub was being hunted by the American Navy off the east coast of the United States. Unable to reach Moscow, the ship's captain presumed that World War III had actually already started. Running low on air and battery, he decided to launch his nuclear torpedo at the American Navy. Thankfully, the ship's political officer convinced him to surface instead, and they found that indeed World War III had not started. So what'd you think? I thought that was pretty cool.
This was good. That
I
was
mean,
great stuff.
Yeah, it was like $18 to come in here. It's definitely worth it. Pretty cool little site. I mean,
Like 8 ships,
that's by far the cheapest museum we've been to in a while.
couple
but
submarines.
Really cool, definitely worth it. So come check it out.
Yeah.
The Maritime Museum of San Diego.
And you can make a whole day out of it and go to the USS Midway, which is right next
yeah,
door.
the Midway's right there too.
Yep.
So that'd be cool stuff to see. Right on. All right, it's happy hour.
Happy hour,
Rooftop bar.
rooftop bar.
Let's go.
Wonderful.
Come and get them while they're hot.
All right, let's do one more here, guys. To new friends, good friends, and all that stuff.
And sailing.
Bon voyage.
Have a safe trip, guys.
The next morning, with no wind, we set off for Mexico before dawn.
In your purple Toyota, the morning is waking slow and the traffic's not moving. There's a gas leak in North Town, they can't seem to fix it up, so they call you on Monday morning. You've been working 2 jobs, still bills just stacking up in this pile on the coffee table. Nothing's ever enough. Money isn't worth all the life that you're paying. Wonder when it all stops, when nobody want more, when we're done taking all for granted. Nothing's ever enough. Nothing's ever enough. Oh, and it's all going faster. You can't get a hold of things, and you're longing, and searching for something more. You try to remember all the good things that your mama told you. It turns around, you see, it takes time, but you just can't believe that. Believe that, no, you just can't believe that. When it feels like the world is against you somehow, and your wheels just keep on spinning. Think you promised yourself once that it'd all be worth it. Now you're doubting your ambition. You've been working 2 jobs, still bills are stacking up in this pile on the coffee table. Nothing's ever enough. Money isn't worth all the life that you pay in. Wonder when it all stops, when nobody want more, when we're done taking all for granted. Nothing's ever enough. Nothing's ever enough. Oh, when it's all going faster, when you can't get a hold of things and you're longing and searching for something more. You try to remember all the good things that your mama told you. It turns around, you see, it takes time, but you just can't believe that.
All right, so while the gang is at the fish market, me and the boys are back at the boat because I had to go formally check in here in Mexico. It's quite a lengthy process. Probably total took about 2.5 to 3 hours to do. There's like several different options. You got to visit immigration. You got to pay about $25 a person for that, and then you've got to get your temporary import permit. That was like $50, something like that. And you can do that pretty easily here in Ensenada. We're at the Hotel Coral. Marina. It's a Hotel Coral and Marina. And they really help out with that. They charge like $60. Thank you, Maverick, for getting them away. They charge about $60 to do that, but it's super helpful. They take you around to a van. They have an expediter that does it. It's totally worth doing that. Definitely worth it. One thing I would recommend, which is an issue we came across, but we were prepared for it pretty much, is that I'm not the actual owner of this boat, so I had to get a notarized letter of authorization, captain's authorization, from him with a copy of his passport, because I got to compare the signatures and everything. So that's important when you do. So we did the temporary import permit. Then you got to go see the port captain, and you got to check in with him. I don't think that actually cost anything. Maybe it did. I think it was. Yeah. No, it was. It was about $25. So then checked in with him, but we're leaving this afternoon. We got here last night. We're leaving this afternoon. So I check in and check out at the same time. So then we have to get our port clearance to leave. So anyway, while they're at the fish market, which I'm sure they're having a great time, you know them, I'm stuck here doing this, but I've actually got to finish editing too. So it's a lot of work. I mean, it takes me about 8 to 10 hours to edit a 15-minute video, plus then all the camera work to do it. So I'm going to finish editing, and I'm going to take down our quarantine flag.
Okay, so this morning we're on our own.
Yeah.
Bobby's doing paperwork,
We're brunching.
and we want to try out some really awesome food. So we're down at the Fisherman's Market, and
In
we are getting,
Ensenada.
in Ensenada, and we're getting flagged down like you would not believe.
Yeah.
So we're just ready to eat. We just got to do it now.
To figure out all the sauces too.
Yeah.
This is on the table, ready to go. So the hard part is making a choice.
True.
Yeah. It didn't look like to me they had too much trouble making a choice. While they were enjoying brunch, I was on the boat working.
Some
Awesome.
ceviche.
So more food for the gang.
You guys want to feel like ceviche?
I'll go
Okay.
ceviche with you.
Yeah, we'll do a ceviche.
And more work for me. Oh look, the gang's having an octopus salad.
It really was a lot of fun checking out the fish market.
Once we were reunited, it was off to the fishing tackle store. We got some line for a leader, we got some swivels to make more leader, we got a new rod, Shimano. Not too bad. I mean, sorry, new reel.
Was that in Espanol?
No, Shimano.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, let's pull it out. And there you go. 40-pound test, nothing too big. Well, we're gonna invest in some better equipment when we get to Cabo. And then there you go.
Yay! Fishing time! That evening, we set off for Bahia Tortuga.
Early the next morning, we were already making good use of our fishing equipment.
Get him.
There he is.
Yeah?
See him jump?
No, to film.
Well, by the time I was up front cleaning the windshield there and all that, and
Right.
by the time I got back to put the motor in neutral, we were almost out of line there. I didn't think it was gonna make it. I see him down there.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's here!
Where you at? You got the note over here?
Yeah.
Way to go, guys!
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
Way.
This is a lucky fish!
For a little tuna?
Oh, check it out. It's a little tuna.
Oh, get it! Yay!
Cool.
All right.
Come on in!
Check that out.
Oh my gosh!
Edible?
I
Yeah.
think you can slide the pole, yeah.
Is that the first fish that we've caught?
On this boat, yes.
That's what's up.
Cool. If I had a guess, I'd say it's a little tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a little amberjack?
Is he big enough to keep, you think, or?
Yeah.
I'd say it's good luck. We brought home crab from the fish market and Jeff taught us a recipe.
It's a great recipe for on the boats. Real simple, a couple ingredients. The best is the crab. We picked these up yesterday in Ensenada. So what you need to do is get the crab meat out of there. Relatively easy. Most people know how to do this. A little crack on that. Tear the clod. If it doesn't go, get a little help. Turn it off the cartilage. Easily. There we go. Just put all the crab meat in a little Tupperware thing and use that later.
We took a break from the cooking school to raise the sails when the wind turned in our favor. The key is to get the main nice and tight, unfurl the head sail, and trim the sheets.
Just like that, we were sailing.
Blowouts 10. Cutting colors 20.
Goose, you're next, man.
We showed you how to do the crab. The crab's already here, prepared, ready to go. It's a very simple recipe. I don't even have a name for it, it's so simple. I'll call it the crab Doodle appetizer. Ideally, you'd have a block of cream cheese. We're gonna make this work instead of a block. So everybody gets a little bit. Make that nice. Take your crab right on top of there. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Heinz cocktail sauce is the best. If I had a bottle of Heinz cocktail sauce, I'd pour it right on there. I don't. We have Heinz ketchup. Since I'm from Pittsburgh, we always use Heinz. A little bit of ketchup, depending on your taste buds, a little bit of sriracha. This is a tropical feast, so we have to get some lime juice in here. We're gonna make salt, pepper, and onion powder because that's what we have on the boat out here in Mexico. Whip that together. Okay, 1, 2, 3 ingredients. That's it. I can't make it any simpler. Got this recipe from my mother. Dive into that. One for Laura. One for the cameraman. There you go, Bobby. Try that. And I too will imbibe a little bit of goodness. There you go. Well, and it goes with wine or beer.
My sunglasses.
I'm not sure if this is which one.
So just had a little bit of an issue. We were sitting there just shooting the breeze, and all of a sudden I hear a pop. And we have a loose line over here. Come on over. This is the topping lift. It's what holds the boom. It's what holds the boom up Right now the boom's held up by the sail, by the wind pressure, right? So it's held up, and then this is stopping it from going up more. This is your main sheet. Well, when we let the sail down, the topping lift is what keeps it from going down too far. So I have another shackle. We're just gonna put it on, but the problem is we gotta get the boom back in a place where we can actually do that. So we're gonna use the main sheet, pull it in, and hopefully we can stand over here and tie it back. So I can't undo the shackle. I need to get a pair of pliers to pull tight. I don't know. I mean, I have like safety wire for this one. Maybe that one didn't have safety wire because it's just it didn't break. It's just the bolt came out of it. Let me get a pair of pliers. The sail wouldn't be under a load right now, or the topping lift wouldn't be under a load, so it might not have been safetied and the shackle just came undone. Later on, when the wind turned some more, it was time to hoist the spinnaker. The easiest way to fly a spinnaker is using a sock. The spinnaker sits inside the sock, and then the sock releases the spinnaker. Alright, hang on there for a second. But first you have to attach the spinnaker sheets to the clew and the tack to the tack line. Okay. Now you can raise it more. Flying a spinnaker. All right, we got the spinnaker flying. She's doing well. Thank you, Precision Sails. Check them out, precisionsailloft.com. They hooked us up, so this is nice. What do you think, Laura?
Oh, I love it. It's not blocking my tanning. No, I love it. Look how beautiful it is. It's a sight to see. Oh, he wants it.
Uh-oh. I'm laughing a little.
I just wanted to wave and say hi.
We just want to say thanks to Gulf Charters Thailand for letting us sail the boat all the way to Thailand.
As always, please click like and check out sailingdoodles.com.